First up, we're in Stanislaus County in Northern California, where sheriff's deputies are in pursuit of a robbery and armed carjacking suspect. Earlier that day, just after 1 in the morning, this home security camera captured a shirtless man ringing the doorbell and eventually breaking into this local home. The owners were away, but police say the suspect made off with a gun, ammunition, and some clothes. Later that same day, another home security cam caught the same suspect in the act again. But this time, the owner was home, and the suspect was brandishing the gun he'd stolen earlier.
Get over here. Trenches wall. They want the key to get that picture. Right in there. They're out back. I guess we'll get them. Can I get those shoes? Right now.
When the resident called out to his grandmother, who was inside the home, to alert police,
Call the cops.
the suspect did not take it well.
You call the cops and you're dead. I'm active military. First Battalion, Second Corporal, Medicine,
After the victim handed the suspect his keys, the suspect fled in the truck. The victim and his grandmother were unharmed in the incident. Meanwhile, the suspect drove to a nearby convenience store where security cameras showed him grabbing 2 cases of beer and without trying to conceal the stolen gun on his waist. He left the store without paying. But the clerk saw the whole thing and hit the store's alarm button, contacting police. And minutes later, deputies on the ground and in the county's helicopter, Air 101, spotted the suspect on a local highway and attempted to pull him over.
Number 2 lane, come up to the red light at Las Palmas now.
1033, we'll light it up.
But he refused to stop.
Number 4, pursuit.
And CHP units on channel 2.
The suspect soon hit speeds of 85 miles an hour. But then,
Oh, looks like he just TC'd.
he sideswipes a vehicle and wrecks out near this orchard.
And off to the west orchard here.
Then exits the stolen truck and suddenly he fires at the deputies.
Start, everybody.
As the suspect enters the orchard, Air 101 keeps track of him using its electro-optical camera, passing info to the ground units below.
And then now eastbound in between the rows towards you guys. Something in his right hand.
The suspect seems to notice the chopper and appears to take aim at it.
101. He is pointing whatever's in his hands at us. I don't know if he's trying to shoot at us or not.
Though the suspect doesn't fire at the chopper, deputies on the ground, including an armored vehicle, try to convince him to surrender. But the suspect ignores their commands and once again fires his gun at them. He fires 4 shots, missing deputies, but hitting the radiator on one of their cruisers and the tires of another.
All right, he's up, walking eastbound towards you guys, ducking between the trees, trying to get a better look. He's just 1 row south.
Instead of running away from them, the suspect surprises deputies by making his way back toward them.
Come and go. Right there, stop. Stop. Gun behind his back.
As the suspect moves closer and continues to ignore their commands, 2 deputies fire 1 shot each.
One shot. Shoot her down. 1 down.
The suspect is hit and goes down.
He's at that first row, just south of the break, laying down. Gun is to the right side of his shoulder there.
Deputies carefully approach with the knowledge that the suspect's gun is still within his reach.
Tactical is en route. Everybody hold your position. We got some extra armor moving forward.
A tactical team and a canine unit move in on the suspect with an armored vehicle.
Tech team's moving up to make contact now.
Tac team, we're about to make contact.
The tactical team cuffs the suspect and begins to administer medical aid for his injuries.
I got a GSW to the right arm, left arm.
Oh, it hurts so bad, my stomach. Ow, ow.
The suspect, now identified as 43-year-old Jason Benson Dingler, already had an extensive history of violent crimes, including convictions for robbery and rape. He was taken to a nearby hospital in critical but stable condition and later arrested. Dingler pled guilty to attempted premeditated murder of a police officer, felon in possession of a firearm, carjacking, robbery, and other charges. He was sentenced to 450 years to life in prison, but he'll be eligible for parole after serving 25. The man Dingler sideswiped on the highway suffered non-life-threatening injuries and made a full recovery. No deputies were injured during the incident.